And so when we talk about being average or being awesome, people that are awesome consistently work to be ready for an opportunity. You can come from the same neighborhood, you can come from the same background, same country, same circumstances. But when the opportunity is presented to both you and that other person, what would you do with it? What's going on, world, and welcome back to the Pursuit of the Good Life podcast, your favorite self-help podcast that helps you grow both personally and professionally. For those of y'all who return listeners, know that I am your host, the Kameron Lovelace. For those of you who are new, welcome to the Pursuit of the Good Life, where we talk about great topics every single Thursday. What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. We are T-minus 7 days away from Thanksgiving. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Because the Rona is still very real. The news is saying right now you should have a socially distanced Thanksgiving. But how exactly do you pass the sweet potato casserole through a Zoom meeting? How do you pass the turkey? Your dressing. How do you pass all that through a Zoom meeting? Do you have, Big Mama or whoever does all the cooking? Do you have her like make it ahead of time, put it in Tupperware, and then ship it out to everybody, at FedEx? Like what's the protocol here? I'm trying to figure out what we're trying to do, because I'm in charge of hosting Thanksgiving this year. So, I mean, before these numbers went up, I was designated like everybody's coming over here, but here we are about a week out and the numbers ain't looking good. So me and my wife talking about it right now. We looking at getting the thermometer, the head scanner thing, you know what I'm saying? And now we're talking about maybe we need to socially distance, but if you in the house and you got it, then whatever. So I'm basically now to the point to where I'm calling everybody a week in advance. And so now I'm basically saying, okay, are you coming? Are you not coming? Okay, if you coming for the next week, I need you to hanker down, make sure that you are very careful. Don't take no risks. Don't go dancing. Don't go clubbing. Don't go to the gym. Don't go nowhere that you could possibly get in contact with Corona and bring it through the front door. It's one thing if I go out and catch it on my own. It's a whole entirely thing if I'm inviting it into my home through the very front door. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Are you guys, put in the comments below, are you guys still continuing on as usual? Are you doing the Zoom thing? Like what are we doing? Because I ain't gonna lie, I want the Corona to pass, and I know to do that we gotta do the hard work and socially distance and sacrifice and do things like that. But at the same time, it's Thanksgiving. Come on now. It's 2020. It's been a long year, and it's something about getting together with your loved ones and enjoying that Thanksgiving food. It's just something about that. But before we move on, I do want to acknowledge that this is released on the 19th, but the day that I'm recording this is November 18th, and I got a ton of birthdays. For whatever reason, God was doing something with the parents, and there's a lot of people that I know that have birthdays on November 18th. But I have to specifically give a special happy birthday shout out to my father-in-law, my Bahamian dad, Sparkle's father, Mr. Gregory Cash Sr. He's hit the big 60 today. 60 doesn't look a day over 45, but let him tell you he's just 21 every year. But so happy birthday, Dad. Hope you've had a great day, and that the boys, my brothers-in-laws, that they took very good care of you today. But let's go ahead and get into the topic. So today is kind of stemming from a conversation that I had with a client earlier today. And so the thing about it is it's the end of the school year. This is a teenage client of mine. So we're rolling to the end of the school year, and it's getting tough because obviously we've been socially distanced. Well, over here in Memphis, we've been socially distanced with our schools. Like everybody's been virtual in Shelby County. So he's a senior, and this entire year he's been virtual, and it's been rough. Legitimately so. It's been rough. But here we are, we're rolling up on the end of the semester, and so he's a senior. So we're having conversations and talking about, post high school plans, what he's going to do here, what he's going to do there. So naturally, there's a lot of pressure that he's putting on himself as far as these grades, and he didn't do too hot with this most recent point with what this called report card. He didn't do too hot. But the thing is, he got into a habit of being average. And what I mean by average, I mean like, okay, I'm okay with a C here. I'm okay with, an occasional D here. Nobody wants an F, but you know what? It's okay. We'll do what we can, and we'll move forward with it. And A or B in there is good too. But there was this, he recognized that there was this acceptance of having average grades from your C's and down, but that started back when he was, younger. So that made me kind of think about when I was in school and this idea of average. And I didn't know this at the time, but this is how kind of my mother was kind of framing me and my brother to kind of look at ourselves through our grades. And so I remember like it was yesterday, 10th, probably more than 10th grade, because I never was good at any type of science. When it came to science, I was not, the highest I ever got in high school was a C. No, let me take it back, a B. The highest I ever got was a B, and that was just, science was just an Achilles heel for me. I just couldn't get it. I don't know what it was. It just was not something that clicked and came easy to me, because other math, English, history, those things came relatively easy. It was good for me to get either an A or a B with no problem, no issue. And so with science, however, that was a struggle. Like I would regularly get C's on the assignments. And when I got C on a 9 weeks, and here's the thing, y'all that are parents and come up to the parent teacher conferences, do y'all see the entire, like, do you go see all of your parents, of your child's teachers, or do you see the one teacher who you're having bad grades with? Because that was my mom. My mom went only to see the science teachers, the teacher. If I had a C in that class, that's who she went to go see. She didn't go see, I'm doing good in math. I'm acing algebra 2. I'm acing English. I'm getting a B in civics. No. She don't want to see none of them. She want to see the teacher who has given me a C. She don't want to hear none of my accolades. She don't want to hear all that. She want to know like what's going on with my son in this classroom. So I was personally like, really, Mom? But she always went to go see the science teachers because that was always the class that I was struggling with naturally. And she would always, and before she went, to her credit, she always asked me, Kameron, what's going on? What's going on with this C? And my response would always be, this teacher gave me a C. Now, how many of y'all have said that dead to your parents and said, this teacher gave me a C. She gave me a B. She gave me a D. She gave me an F. So I was a teacher giving you this, not have you earned it. And that's what my mom's response always was, because my mom was a professor at Arkansas State University for, I believe, over 10 years. So when I was in high school, she was at Arkansas State, and she always told me, Kameron, the teacher does not give you a B, does not give you a C, does not give you a D. You earn the grade that you get. And this concept was completely foreign to me, and it just didn't work. But the thing was, with my mom, C's were not acceptable at all. And so when I got a C, it was a huge problem. So much to the point, I'll give you an example of what she did. So this was early in high school, had to be, maybe even junior high, but I don't know what it was. But I had a C on a report card for the first 9 weeks, because it's first 9 weeks, second 9 weeks, third and fourth. So the first 9 weeks, I came home with a C. She went, saw the parent teacher, saw what was going on, said, you're basically, the teacher doesn't have a vendetta out against you. You are legitimately earning the C. So I'm gonna need you to step it up a little bit. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I come home from school the next day, and I see that my TV is not working And my PlayStation 2, shout out to the PS2, is not working as well. And when I go to tell my mom, like, what's going on, she said, oh, no, it's working just fine. What she did was she took the coax cable from my TV and took the auxiliary cord from my PlayStation. So I was tortured for an entire semester to just look at a blank TV and a PlayStation that I couldn't even see what was going on. And the only way that I could get those cords back is to get higher than a C in those science classes the next 9 weeks. And lo and behold, look what happened. I got a B for the rest of the year, not just the second semester, but the third and the fourth. I got a B. So that was the motivation that I need to get those average grades up. But looking back on it, I remember this was later in life. Like, so when I was like in college, so after high school, I was like, Mom, why would you be so hard on us with C's? C, it's not a D, it's not an F, a C passes. So why were you so hard of us? And she broke it to me down like this. She said, see, the thing about C's is that C's literally means average, right? B is above average, A is excellent, proficient, insert word here, right? So I was like, yeah, of course, right. So the thing about being average is average, you are literally just the top of the bottom. Being average means you are just barely a cut above the rest. The people that are at the bottom of the totem pole, that means you're just a little bit ahead of what they're performing at. So I don't need you to be at the bottom. I need you to be above, way above the average. I need you to be a B and an A. Because when you take this type of mindset and you apply it to school, you're going to start applying that same level of work ethic to the other standards. So when I told you, Kameron, that the teachers don't give you a C, you earn the C. The thing is, your effort was average. The level of work ethic, the amount of time and energy that you would put into your assignments, the effort level wasn't there. It isn't that you're not smart enough, because you're more than smart enough. You're clearly getting A's and B's in all your other classes. But it's in science, your effort is literally not putting forth to get the same results that you're getting in these other classes. And so that, when realizing this in my adulthood, that this is what she was doing throughout my adolescent years, that can be the difference in the foundation for you to flourish and really attain your level of the good life. Because the thing about it is, being average is a mindset. It's a mindset. Thinking that, being okay with just being a little bit better than those people that are at the bottom, you have to accept that. And you got to recognize, okay, if I put in a little bit of effort, then I can be a little bit better than the people that are at the bottom. So I won't be as bad. I won't be great, but I'll be just a little bit better. I'll be average. I'm okay with being average and maintaining that. But the thing about it is, being what I like to call awesome, being awesome over average, the proficient, the B's, the A's, the excellent, that's also a mindset. Walk with me now. Being average and being awesome both have a specific mindset. People that are average, you accept what's given to you. You don't fight to get better, and you stay satisfied for the little bit of just being a little bit better than everybody else. Not majorly better, but just a little bit better. People that are awesome, however, they put forth the work and effort to be the best that they can be. They're going to fight tooth and nail and put in extra hours, study a little bit harder, work a little bit longer, and do a little bit more. Not necessarily that they're more talented, but they just work their mindset towards their goals and the obstacles. They're willing to work a little bit harder to get their job done. And so these people that are extremely successful, in your field, in your job, in your offices, they're not necessarily more talented than you. They're not necessarily smarter than you. They don't always have, the better opportunities than you did. But their mindset, consistent mindset of working hard and taking advantage of the opportunities that were given to them and being ready for them is what is the difference. Not just, this opportunity was given to me. No. When this opportunity comes up, are you ready for it? It's another saying that my mom would always say. She said, there's no such thing as luck. There's only people that are ready for the opportunity and those that are not. No such thing as luck. There's only people that are ready for the opportunity and people who are not. Period, point blank. And so when we talk about being average or being awesome, people that are awesome consistently work to be ready for an opportunity. You can come from the same neighborhood, you can come from the same background, same country, same circumstances. But when the opportunity is presented to both you and that other person, what would you do with it? Will you have the mindset to say, I'm finna murder this opportunity. I'm finna go out here and I'm gonna kill it. And I'm going to use this to go to the next level. Or are you gonna say, dang, I wasn't ready. You know what, I'm gonna just stay where I'm at. I'm not even gonna try. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, both people who are awesome, both people who are average, they wake up feeling the same way. It's not that people that are awesome are just like they wake up like not tired. They wake up, not lazy, not laid back, not feeling laid back, not wanting to do things, singing the Bruno Mars lazy song. They don't not wake up feeling that way. They just fight through it. They work hard anyway. You know what I'm saying? And this puts me in the mindset of remembering when Beyonce's Coachella performance, or Baychella, as it's most commonly known to, it came on Netflix, and it was don't get me wrong, it was a phenomenal performance. But what I loved about it was the behind the scenes work that they did, and they showed what it really took to pull off such a phenomenal performance, because she not only was, performing constantly with the bands, with the dancers, with the performers, but she had also her own individual choreography and stuff. But even you add on to that, she had just had her two twins. Her boy and her girl that came after Blue Ivy, she had just had them when she was getting ready for that performance. Just had them. So that means she's still pumping breast milk. So in between her rehearsals, in between that, she's pumping breast milk. In between that, she's at the time, for that stretch of time, she was on a no meat diet. She said, okay, I got to get healthy. I got to get into a place where I can physically perform like I need to in a short amount of time post baby. Because I don't think she was even 3 months when she, it was still like maybe the fourth trimester, as they say. The fourth trimester, with her having to nurse, with her having to get her body right, with her having to exercise consistently, but not too much for her body that had just delivered 2 babies at the same time. She had a mindset to say, okay, I want this performance to be arguably, if not the best Coachella performance that is reflective of HBCUs. This is what I want the standard to be. And I want to produce a phenomenal documentary music video on it, right? This is what she said that she wanted to do. She didn't say, let's just see what happens. She said, okay, this is the timeline that I have to do it. I still need to take care of my little girl, my little boy. And I need to do it healthily to where I do not like physically break down. All right, this is what I need to do. Now let's go do it. And I bet you she woke up tired. I bet you she was tired of eating quinoa and kishimi and all the vegan and vegetarian. I bet you she was tired. I bet you she wanted a nice hamburger from Whataburger, from where. I bet you she wanted that meat. I bet you she wanted to just say, oh, can I just take it easy? I bet you she woke up, because that's how you feel. That's how I feel sometimes too. I bet you she felt like, this is too much. I'm doing the most. I need a break. I need to do this. But she, despite that anyway, she kept pushing forward. And the result of that was, like I said, arguably the most phenomenal Coachella performance in history, and probably will be. Nobody can even touch that performance, because she put in the work, and because she went behind the scenes and did behind the scenes what needed to happen because of that mindset. Her mindset wasn't average. It wasn't all right, let's perform, let's rehearse 2 weeks before, get a couple of dances here, I'm gonna perform these songs, whoop-de-woo, and all right, cool, we're gonna go out there and perform just like every time. No. She said, we're gonna spend months preparing. We're going to spend months rehearsing. I got to get my body in shape between now and then. And we're going to go out there and we're going to execute. It takes a mindset for you guys to break through. So I want you to look at yourself and say, you know what? Have I been giving average effort? Average effort to the things that I say that I want to be awesome at. Do you want to be an average father? Or do you want to be an awesome father? Do you want to be an average mother? Or do you want to be an awesome mother? Do you want to be an average business owner? Or do you want to be an awesome business owner? Do you want to be what are those things that you say that you want to be awesome at? And are you giving average effort? Average is all about effort and mindset. And so when I was talking with my client, we had to really unpack, what had got him to this point. The effort that he had been putting in junior high, did he bring those along with him to high school? The habits, the effort, the activity, are those reflective of average? And are they going to get you the awesome results into the awesome colleges with the awesome scholarships that you told me that you want? If not, we're going to have to make a difference. We're going to have to make some changes and adjustments. And that's what I'm asking you to do today, is to reflect over my habits, my activity, things that I say that I want. Are they matching with what it is that I'm doing on the day-to-day, on the week-to-week, the month-to-month, to get me the awesome results that I truly desire to attain and truly desire to get to? Do they match? And if they don't, I need to make an adjustment. Maybe I need to get a coach, maybe I need to get a therapist, an accountability partner. I need to set the vision, make it plain. I need to do something to increase my effort, because you can't change. You can't force the opportunity to come in front of you, but you can change if you're ready for it, though. All right, y'all. That's what I got for today. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode of Pursuit of the Good Life podcast. We're here every single Thursday. If you're listening to this on iTunes, give us those 5 stars to help us go up in the ranking and get this to more people who would love to hear content just like that. If you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, give me a thumbs up, give me a love, give me a positive emoji, give me a great comment, and share this with somebody who really needs this. All right, guys, coming to you each and every single Thursday. You guys keep creating your version of the good life, and we will see you next week.